Today we are doing Trifecta versus Insignum. We got the day one placement games. We previously did what was it, LG versus Nocturnes. Now we're doing Insignum versus Trifecta. And just to reiterate, for those who did not see the first set, I have stayed blind to these games. I did not watch them live. I stayed off of social media the best I could, and I did my best to avoid spoilers outside of a few screenshots and memes here. But I don't know any results outside of one, and it was just a stat line, and I can kind of guess the result of the game, but who knows? Who knows? Well, let's go and get into Trifecta versus Insignum. I personally think Insignum should 2-1 here. With Insignum, I want to say Insignum will stomp the first game. Like, they'll freaking stomp them like 19 like to 6 or something. Well, 29 to 6, sorry. And then Trifecta will barely edge out a game 2 win. And then Insignum will stomp them again game 3.
You're able to go ahead and go, we won, but XYZ didn't
Oh,
really
we're not
work
supposed
out.
to, I don't want to hear the audio. So Trifecta banning out Odin, which, dude, what is up with Odin being banned in this tournament? Has he just been like lagged like a crap ton? By the way, I want to point out, Shalcher is the coach for Trifecta. Moving on. Wait, do I not have the... Oh, I don't. Kind of like to speed through a little bit. Not too surprising. I think Erlungshin is top 5 right now. Someone finally remembered that Pele is a character in the game. Hopefully Trifecta remember that there's Baron. What the heck is that? Hopefully Trifecta know that Baron exists. Okay, they recognize Ullr exists, but like, do they recognize Baron exists? If Baron goes like through this tournament without getting played, I'm gonna actually scream. Okay, it's a lot of CC and a lot of control, a lot of Trifecta. Just a lot of kill pressure. Insignum should round off with a mid. Okay, Chiron. This is to counter Athena. I know Chiron's a popular counter to Athena, so that's pretty much why. I'm gonna go through this first part of the draft real quick. Really wish these were on YouTube, but you know. So if we're just looking at this versus this and why this happened. Oh, let's let them get this last man real quick, because I know everything. Alright. So we'll start with Trifecta. Things they have so far, they have CC. That's big. This comp will be really good at getting picks. Also very mobile. They can get around the map. And also like infinite mobility. This I can't say they really specialize in anything outside just sustain. They all bring that. Terrible. So they drew 3 bans at Paul. I would say Paul will be the key factor. In my opinion, this will be a Paul. Misspelled his name, but you know. This would be a Paul versus Laz. Wow, my mouse. Holy crap. Versus Laz and Death Panther. Can Paul outcarry Lasbra and Death Panther? We will find out. You can clearly see, and Signum agrees, that Paul is just the key factor. Genetics, drawing out, the Ares man. One of the only people outside maybe like a Millsy I can never see playing Ares in a professional game, so good. And Lasbra getting the Mercury ban. Well, I don't really want to say it's Lasbra. It's just Mercury, Hard god to play, really hard god. So right now, if I was in Signum, I would. Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say respond with the mid, but I was gonna think like Agni. I wouldn't have thought Discordia. However, Death Panther's Agni's. I mean, wow, Discordia is really good. Nua's gonna be locked in here. I actually want to think this is a new IEC because Nua's not a Paul god. Nua just doesn't feel like Uller, Kronos, Habois, Freya. That screams Paul to me. Nua does not scream Paul. However, Zatman also plays a lot of Uller. I want to say this is Nua ADC. I'd rather see Nua ADC. I mean, I don't want to see Nua ADC, but if they're locked in, I'd rather see it ADC because Paul's just nuts on Uller. Simple as that. Round off this last pick with a support / solo. Taking their sweet old time with this one. I mean, they're probably not even talking about the pick. They're probably talking about like the early game strats, because I know like teams like these early game strats and pick a bands. Are they gonna lock in the Sylvanas? I really don't like the Sylvanas here. Here, let me. I'll wait till the game starts, and then we'll. Wait, why does Scary Dude look like freaking Zatman? He looks like Zatman, like when he was like 16. Yikes. But so we'll talk about the comps and like what each team like brings once we get in game. Wait, what? Dog. Fix your tie. Fix this. Fix this. Fix this. Fix this. You look fine. I don't have complaints, but I know probably people may not like the post game, but I think it's fine. But you, sir, you stop it. Alright, let's go. Of course, we'll have to wait like, 50 seconds to get in game. And that's in 2 times speed time, by the way. Can we go to the game, please? This is why we need it on YouTube. You're still talking. Maybe if your client wasn't terrible, you probably wouldn't have to fucking smite spectator almost like, god dang it. Okay, what could they actually be talking about? I actually want to hear.
Dual lane and really be able to help escalate Lasbra take care of the other side of the map.
Well, we certainly got a tall task for us ahead of ourselves. Trifecta and Insignum, the European minor league representatives. We're going to get right into the game. Hinterman and Anatoly.
Oh, they're manning again. God bless.
Here we go.
God bless. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's talk about what each team wants here. Trifecta. And what is the ISN? Oh yeah. So what this team wants They want team fighting. They can excel at team fighting due to the amount of CC and sustain they have with the Chang'e. Team fight. Here, we'll just do TF. They also can want picks. They want this game to go longer. Like, and why I say that is just because, like, there's siege potential with Nuwa plus Uller. Well, more like Nuwa means in Uller, even though he can't use his escape while he's in both stands, I just think he shreds. I think they want to get to like 22 plus minutes. They want to get to 22 plus. Is there anything else that they really want? They don't really need FG to like siege. Oh, another thing this team wants to do, they want to shut down enemy mid with this comp. With Athena, Uller, and Erlangchen is just, hey, you see that mage on the other team? Yeah, no you don't. That's what that core is for. So that's what Trifecta want. What does Insignium want? Or what are they good at? Well, they also want team fights due to sustain. And emphasis on long. They want long team fights. They want objectives. Gold Fury. Fire Giant. Now see, this is like weird because both of these teams, while they're similar, they're also very different. But one thing I think they come online, like when it comes to when things can carry, they're very good mid game. But like their early and their late are kind of just like really coin flippy. Yeah, if this team gets to the mid game, I think they'll do really good. But when it gets so late that Nuwa is just chunking, I think it taunts long enough to where they can just instant blow up one of your carries. Genetics cannot get behind. Genetics cannot get behind. Get sup ahead. They want to get sup ahead. This is what I said on Insignia wants. They want long team fights. They want objectives. They want to get to that mid game nice and strong, and they want to get their support ahead. Trifecta. They also want team fights. They also want picks. They want to get to like 22 minutes, and they also want to shut down the enemy mid. Shut down mid. That's what both of these teams want. And a big thing in every game is how the jungler should play. So if we also go to our 3-lane dynamic. In dual lane, both of these teams have really good clear. I still just think Chiron Sylvanas is better. Only because like the level 1-2 is like better. Because Athena just won't be able to clear enough. So this team will get ahead. Let's see in the mid lane. Uller just will smash Discordia. In solo lane, Scary D should have the edge over Scary D. Scary D should have the edge over Zero. So, and also since Chang'e is self-sustaining, and when I mean that, I don't only mean in health. Self-sustaining can mean you basically can take care of yourself. You don't really require jungle assistance. So, same for soccer, much like game 1, I believe, in LG versus Nocturnes. Same for soccer just needs to stay in this pocket of boop. Like, you protect this pocket. Like, this is your area right here. Obviously, he's gonna go for, his buffs and camps over here. But the only reason he's gonna be on this side of the map, outside to get maybe like a pyro or an FG, is to get these camps. He's not gonna look for any gank opportunities here. He's not. He should look to stay in this pocket here. You know, try to see if they can get pressure mid, which they should be able to. You know, invade this. You know, eventually you can invade speed. That's one reason you'd be on the map. Or you know, you really want to invade this. You know, get out constantly pushing lanes in this. Another thing you do if you don't want to push, an easy thing that people don't recognize, is even though wave clear can be fast, if the enemy team starts pushing up, but you can like hold the wave like here. So like if you can hold your wave like here, to where like the enemy team still have to be like around here. This gives your jungler, you know, 1, 2, 3 ways to come in. Or let's say they're not Mercury, but they could, you know, come this way or something like that. But you give better jank patterns. Lasbra, I'd say he wants to do the same thing actually, which I think this is how the meta is shaping and how a lot of junglers will be. They'll just want to stay in this pocket. But Lasbra really can't gank mid because Paul should be ahead. And it's too much a risk for Pele to go in unless she's also ahead. Because she just risks just getting absolutely dookie stomped by Paul. She can kill this new wall though, so I think, you know, pressuring this dual lane can be a play. But again, if Stanford Soccer is playing correctly, he should be able to prevent this by staying in this pocket mostly. Again, I do predict the set to go 2-1 in Signum. 2-0 if Trifecta just collapses in one of the games, game 1 or game 2. Oh, one thing I also want to point out is the support actives. I think it's going to play into big. By the way, I got told in a rank game, supports can't pick up horrific, it's their worst active. They just get tier 2 sprint and they get out of it. Okay. So tier 2 sprint got nerfed to where it sounds valuable. Another of defensive / offensive actives are available. And people are not really picking sprint anymore. They're picking like, you know, shell, horrific. You know, some are picking mad, but that's in like new situations. But like, you know, shell is very popular. People still can go sprint, but they may not go tier 2. We're like, oh, they're just going to counter it. Chief. It's called, there's multiple ways you can either bait it out, you know, get them low to where they have to sprint out. Or you literally just pop it to pop theirs, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they have the same cooldown, but if you can pretty much get their sprint out for free, and be in a safe situation to where, you know, their jungler can't punish you for your support not having an active, or the dual lane can't punish you for not having active, even though they won't have one themselves. If you can see the matchup going that way, I don't see any reason that you still just don't go horrific. Now, if it was this lane going horrific, I'd be like, cool. And this lane with the shot, I'd be like, you know, sweet, right? It's weird that they're flipped. I don't hate it though. But let's get back into the game. Did Genex take? Okay, no. And Paul's just absolutely smacking Death Panther. I like the fact that Signum Zillane's playing very aggressive. You know, they're playing to the strength. You know, push out this new wall, keep her down, push on the Athena. Paul and Sam, hey, go mid, go observer. Holy crap, Doug LeBlanc, you're actually terrible. Okay, Zapman got out, but I hate this observer so much. He's actually like tilting me. He's tilting me so freaking hard. Alright, this should be an easy mop up kill on Sylvanas. Okay, he's actually gonna get out. They got the shell out, which is a fine trade. Horrific for shell. Completely fine. I know everything's just, even. It's like level, through 11 phase. Nothing too interesting should happen right now. I do want to point out that Paul does have the Aegis, so he can survive the burst, but the CC out of Discordia and the potential knockup out of Pele will be an issue for him. Also, the fact that I went Mage's Blessing. I've went back this. I went through this like in my head like a lot, cause like on characters like Nathan Uller, you get that clear even earlier, and the Mantis Hands are really nice, and also like the free CDR. But like it kind of slows down your build. Like so, I've always been a proponent of mages. I know other people have been upset about stuff like that, and they said no, you should just rush your trans. I'm totally cool with the mages, in my opinion. No, Joshy and genetics, just keeping up this pressure. That's all I need to do. They're actually using this pressure to extend pressure to Paul. Security is going to die in his own jungle. Should be a 1-for-1. Lasberg going down for Scary D. But, Insigma getting the first blood. On to, who is it? 0. I much would prefer that going on to the Pele. But, if Terra is going to use this lead she has to rotate earlier, I guess it's fine. But I'm always a fan of like the jungler getting kills. Because like in a matchup like this, like because now that Terra's killed doesn't change anything. Like the lane's gonna go the same way it would have went. Joshy's level 8, Jetman's level 7. That is unfortunate. And Zatman's not gonna have boots, and Joshy has full boots. They just need to just pressure the heck out of this dual lane. Like the moment Zatman uses any abilities, and their jungler is in proximity, just go smash Zatman, bro. Just line him up. And if you don't kill him, force him back. It's still pretty much a kill if you force him back, especially if he has no boots. It's gonna take him so long to get back to lane. And the only way he contributes is with an ult. And if this rank does little or no damage, then it's going to have a very long cooldown as well. Well, support's going to tank boots again. I've also seen that kind of go back and forth between tank boots, travelers, also some cooldown boots here and there as well. Both games both sets so far have tank boots. I like the fact that Lasber already went brawlers. So if he does win a gank Scary D, he does have the level 2. And by levels, I don't when I say levels, I think people like LS explain this a little bit better. He used the term range. I just use the term level. So like if you want to think about this in like as Pokemon, so you have your Pokemon over here. So this is, you versus, them. And you're level, I don't know, freaking 17, whatever you are. Not like in game, but just hypothetical on this number scale of like 1 to 100. Let's say you're level 17. If you once you reach your enemy, and your enemy is like a level 13, you can easily smash. You can easily smash this guy, right? Let's say he trains and he gets some EVs and he evolves, and now he's like a level like 29 character, and then now you're only like level like 18. He's now stronger than you. Well, using this would be like using a what would be a good item to use this? Like, okay, I'll just use kind of like this technology would be kind of a reach, but this would like you be. No, that wouldn't work. Okay, maybe this is like you using a Pokemon move like knockoff. So like this character has like leftovers or something. They're just constantly regening. That's not because she's strung out with healing. I just thought of like leftovers, and this is gonna be an issue for you using, knock off or remove this item, removing, like, what makes this character, like, really, strong, in comparison of, like, what, will be an issue for you. So using this would be like your, Pokemon move, knock off, knocking this off. And now this, like, level gun difference is kind of somewhat negated because of the character art. Now, I don't know if this is getting through to people. Some of my analogies are kind of like me, like super me based. Like, I'll get the analogy, but I don't know if other people would. Obviously it will come in time. My analogies will be a little bit more cleaner and more widespread. I think I'm looking for an early gold fear here. Zapman, I wanted this all to get vision, but I don't know. They probably knew it was gonna happen. Now that just has less safety for him. Like, honestly, if I was Lasbro, I'd be like, yo, the moment like Zapman crosses the halfway point lane, just call me over and I'm gonna gank him. Like, honestly, I think I thought it was wait, didn't he? I'm like, okay, no, I thought he got the red buff for a quick second with the reach. Right now, this game is still somewhat playing how it should be. Kairon should have a level lead. But Uller should also have a level lead. I like this early pin option, flat pin option from Laz. Oh, going in. Oh, Normaw's going to get absolutely slapped. The kill going over to Sylvanas, which is not the best thing. But obviously, just getting a return kill, especially getting a kill on Athena, delaying her, item build and her natural tankiness is huge. Simon getting absolutely blown up. Dual lane of Trifecta is going to die, which I also do want to say the dual lane is the weak point of Trifecta, even though I think Nil is insane. If there's any lane you want to attack on Trifecta, it's pretty much not the mid lane, but if it's the weak one, I definitely think it's the dual lane. So they're going to get a tower here, which in some ways it makes Zapman's job harder, but it also makes it easier. So how it makes it harder is if Insignum are smart and Zapman is dumb, and if they can get the wave, to push up a little bit, like where it is, and they can keep it there, you're forcing Zapman to... Yeah, I did miss a kill there. But you're forcing Zapman... Oh, Jesus Christ, Lasbro. You're forcing Zapman... Oh, okay. Okay, that's... Okay, that's a little much. Which you're forcing Zapman to be pushed up out of position if he's not getting babysat. Oh, are they gonna go for this? Here, let me just pause real quick, actually, because I do want to talk about this. Most of those kills are just like routine kills as well. There's not much to really talk about there. So if Insignum can keep the waves like here, like between like anywhere in like this box, Zapman's screwed because either A, he gets zoned off XP and gold, or B, he has to call someone, most likely Normal, over to come split with him, which, you really don't want to split when you have a new Y. You want her to get as much base levels as can, much gold as you can. Oh, however, on the flip side, with the exact flip side, if Zapman's smart, if Sigmund's dumb, if he keeps the wave, here, for Insignum to be able to get gold, they have to push up just as much, even farther. Obviously, they do have the jungle route where they can go here, here, but still, they're forced to be pushed up. And if Sam can get, good solid gank, that's easy baits. I'm interested to see if this dueling aspect with the tower bring down actually comes into play. However, with Smite is the game of wave clear, so it probably won't play out exactly how I said it, but it has the possibility to. Red Invade being successful for Trifecta is really good for this Discordia. I mean, really bad for this Discordia. Paul is already ahead, and taking away the red from Discordia, or possibly Chiron. Just put a stamp on that more. Disney keeps zoning out Scary D. They can't let him get an ult here. If he gets a massive ult here, they're just gonna all get shredded. So that means going back to the line. See, Sigmund don't really know what they want to do here. Because I think that they think they want a beta fight, but they should just commit 100%. And see, that kind of goes into what I said earlier. I remember what I told you guys. The wave's up here. Satman is forced to come out. Easy ganks. Easy routine ganks. Standard stuff. Like literally the most standard stuff. Free Gold Fury for Insignum, pushing the gold lead to most likely 2.5k. What? Well, okay. I want a clown fiesta. What's that one music? I don't know what the name is. But that I'll eventually find it. I can't even explain what it sounds like. Death Panther 131, not too good right now. Sanford Soccer actually shockingly performed very well. Not to say he's performed bad. I don't think he's performed at a... To say he performed at an SPL level is kind of difficult because I think the bar is set really low. Especially in NA, it's set really low. Because like if you're not like a United or in kind of Splice, you're probably not that good. Is this gonna be a wash? I mean, Trifecta can just come pick this back up. Just beta fight. Try to code genetics maybe. With that man. I don't know, they're just too tanky. Okay, Zatman was not the time not chief. You knew where they were and the damage wouldn't be. Okay, I take it back. The damage was actually impactful. Sam Sucker getting a double kill. Scaredy getting a third, so 3 for 1 so far. 4 Insignum. Leaving only the mid and soul laner alive. Should be an easy Pyromancer. They can push out lane, take jungle. They're just gonna go in their own jungle. I think they could have just invaded because speed's up. Back camps are up. They could have easily invaded without being punished, but I guess they just want to play it as safe as possible. But you know, I don't really know, dog. You could just easily invaded that. Another Terra going for freaking Soul Reaver. I'm actually getting tilted. Magi's blessing now on Sam for Soccer. Should make Insignum's job a little bit harder. I think they do have the tools to take it off, especially with that Discordia Strife. But the big issue is Death Panther just will not put out that much damage. You can even see on the damage charts. He's third from the bottom. He is not getting it done on this Discordia right now. Actually, right now, Trifecta just current vision setting up for this Gold Fury. Oh my gosh, Joe just got deleted. Oh my lord. It's a good thing you went Soul Reaver. Jesus. Oh, and you're 4th from the bottom with that Soul Reaver, by the way. Let's go freaking tank him and don't die. I don't know, Chief. Zatman almost being level 20. He himself is now at 2 levels of the Chiron. Oh, big team fight in the middle. The apple is spreading and Trifecta is actually in the best spot. Now, if I was Insignum, I'd just go straight to fire, which they're doing right now. What is Trifecta going to do? Try to fight him? You think Trifecta's going to try to fight him when they have double sustain? Yeah, Paul, what are you doing, bro? Paul, what you doing? Alright, and there goes Lasbo's trolling, but you know, Nirma is, you know, trolling right back. Next thing, another kill. Now, they did stop the fire, but at the same time, they're still giving gold to Insignum. Yeah, I think if Scaredy was there, I think Trifecta probably wins that way harder. But I do like that, in fact, Insignum tried to go for that fire. Because in most situations, I actually think they can get away with it. I think Joshi and Lasbo should try to blow up Nirma. Right now, they're baiting off, you know, now just kill them both. Just kill them both. Oh, Sam, no. Hey, dude, Death Panther's Discord y'all have been freaking crisp. Was Lasbro gonna go solo freaking Paul? Okay, Lasbro. I thought he was about like to solo one of them. Can't solo Paul though. Can't solo Paul. Paul's too nutty. Right now, just like even though Trifecta has a gold lead, it just feels like Insignum's has so much control. I'm not even talking about the Fire Giant. I'm talking pre-Fire Giant. It just feels like Insignum's had so much control this whole entire match. Now that Death Panther has Soul Reaver, he can actually do a little bit of damage now. Before he was, hit him with a squirt gun, but now that squirt gun is now like freaking shards of ice. No, not yet. Not the freaking avalanches of snow yet. Blink ult by Zeros. I need to ask a question to the chat real quick. People who are watching it. I'll give you guys 10 seconds to answer. No. Your 10 seconds start now. Just kidding. No, this is not it, Chief. That Blink Terror ult was never going to be it. Ever. In fact, you know what, Zero? Just for that dumb play, you're getting question marked for that. You're getting we're bringing back the question marks. I'm not even using this as a result based, type thing. They were all full health under their Phoenix. The only way that gets pulled off is if you blink ult, and then for some unknown reason, couldn't tell you why or how, Neuromon and San Francisco would be like, what would be really cool is if we just like dash into their team. And then like their carriers would be like, you know what, I'll just watch you because I want to see how this goes. That's the only way that play actually succeeds for Insane, and when it comes to kills or maybe the Phoenix. Now, obviously, a blink and an ult blown and nothing happens, and plus you still get gold. You can say, oh, they didn't lose that much, but and when it comes to reviewing games, you don't want to be like, oh, well, this is cool. You want to say what should happen, and you want to point out these every mistake that you possibly can. Obviously, when it comes to the small nitty-gritty details, you can probably let those go, but any kind of talking points that be made to a conversation obviously is what the point you want to bring out, if that makes sense. And I thought the blink ult would be a good talking point. Honestly, it doesn't make or break anything, or I would have talked about it way differently. Right now in Signum, just push lanes, choke them out. Just choke them out. Wait, what is this? Is that on my screen? No, oh, that's a ward. Right now, they're just gonna use their dubs to stand and push up. Does that man have Divine? Okay, that man does have Divine, which is good. They have a Pestilence, they have a Brawlers, which is good. I wish, what's it called? Uller had a Brawlers, but he's probably getting that when he sells mages. That man going to get pushed out, and the dual lane of Trifecta continues to die. Oh, that bounce, Paul. Now, Sigmund should just be able to slowly end this game. They can't end now, I don't think. Well, especially now because Josh is dead. But I think in no more than 8 to 12 minutes, this game should be over. But like honestly, if it wasn't for like the tempo and then the fire giant they got, Trifecta should have been fine. Like this should have been the point where they're like fully woken up and they should be able to do stuff like that. What? Huh? You know what? I'm heading out. I'm handing out another one. Doug LeBlanc. Doug. Here, I'll just write his name here. Doug. You, sir, are getting question mark pinged like a City Legend. What in the hell? Why would you put a freaking replay while Fire Giant's happening? A contested Fire Giant, you actual mongoloid. Holy crap, who hired you? Alright, Paul's just killing everyone. Cool. It's a good thing we got to see what happened. Because, I know exactly as an observer. I know exactly what happened to cause that. I definitely didn't see a freaking replay of someone moving forward. Gosh. Okay, Normal getting exceptionally low, but they're able to pull out Joshi. Bedo's low as well. Zeros, however, is up. Does he have TP? Of course, we don't know. Now we know. TP'd in. Trifecta is going to get the Fire Giant, but at what cost? I know Signum is just, playing this really clean. But the one fear I have is, like, they're not really dealing with Paul. And, like, Paul can just stall this game out by, like, killing a key target every time. And historically, international regions and, like, combine teams, well, I guess it's not what, it's the minor league teams, they've historically been very terrible at closing. And I fear this game will also be the same. By the way, Spirit Robe, Lasbra. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight real quick, Mr. Lasbra, Mr. Newt. Instead of being guaranteed to be more tankier, you got your Void Shield, you got your Brawler's Beat Stick, and you got your Pooch. You're going to be murdering all them enough. Plus your base is just dumb. But you decided, 50 power and 10% speed, yeah, that's pretty cool. And with a decent passive, all means isn't bad. Personally, I think the actual CDR would be nice. The CCR would be nice. The guaranteed procs at all times. And also, getting the damage mitigation when, I don't know, that guy ults you, that guy ults you, that guy stuns you, that guy taunts you, that guy stuns you. Wow, it feels like, some CCR and some damage reduction would be really helpful to not get one shot. But what do I know? We got freaking Masamune as our 5th item. Don't worry about it, though. So I'm just gonna push up solo lane. They have the time to. Or now they just can't wait for waves. Just keep Lasbra in mid. See, this is the good and bad thing I hate about like the new map and like the new somewhat like meta in a way. Defenses are just so easy. Like exactly, and this just shows it more. Let's all pretend that Nirma didn't decide to freaking feed the hungry in Africa and die real quick. If they have a solid, front with their frontliners here. They're just, moving back and forth, wiggling. Just trying to, keep a nice line of scrimmage. And Paul and Zatman, just wave clear from afar. What is Insigma gonna do? Obviously, this is somewhat easier said than done. But, obviously, these are pros that should be capable of doing this stuff, correct? Like, what are they gonna do? Like I said, they're just gonna clear. They're just gonna clear. And it requires you making an absolute huge play or them messing up, which, seeing who died, even though I love them to death, seeing who died, you can probably guess what happened. Big mistake by Trifecta. Death Painter, massive ult. You should make this a little bit easier. Trifecta just getting, I don't know why they chased so far to the right side of mid. They just lost their Phoenix for free. They didn't need to lose it. Now they lose mid for free. Insignia most likely will back off after. Okay, I thought they would get the Phoenix first. They're actually just gonna back off now. Fire's gonna come up. Their Titan isn't in that much danger, even though it's like a half. I don't think it's in that much danger. However, this should be a free fire giant. So what should happen, with this, fire giant? Get a slow pushing lane here. Get a slow pushing lane in whatever lane you don't want to go to. So like you get, let's say you want to go mid, get a slow pushing lane here. And the moment, like I said, let's say you get Soto right here. Eventually, you let this wave crash. You send 4 people over here to crash this. You keep your Pele in mid to keep their line busy. Boom. And the moment Paul comes over to the left side, just dive him right side. You do need to be wary of Paul. So, making sure Lasbra, can get on him, or just anyone can get on Lasbra. What are you doing? What is Lasbra doing? He didn't wave clear. What? Dude, these teams are freaking clowns, man. Jesus Christ. If teams like Dig, United, and all this stuff, if either one of those teams even would ever lose a game in a best of like 5, I would actually be disgusted. Holy. I know, again, Trifecta, they're just gonna respect Signum. They're not gonna leave their base. They have no reason to. However, they do have another fire giant, which makes sieging a little bit easier. But they no longer have that pressure in dual lane. That natural pressure. So Sideman is gonna go over there, take the his pathing is like so awkward. Like where all 5 of them are. And like your argument could be, well, Pele could come over. Well, the moment you see Pele leave like the halfway point where this word is, you just come running back. And Signum just failing to penetrate this base. They did get Zapman to come over, but he is coming back. But they are going to lose their Phoenix, so they're going to have to take the fight here. They're blowing up. Ooh, there's 3 people, 1 HP on Trifecta. They couldn't go to Lancer's all going to die. Just 1 HP. Can they get the Phoenix? They can't. Oh, Trifecta. Oh, Paul, you need to calm down, sir. You need to back up. Dude, Paul's scaring me, man. Jeez. But you can see this Discordia is finally starting to pay dividends, but at the same time, they just cannot pierce the base. They just cannot pierce it. So now all the tempo goes to Trifecta. Now Trifecta knows where everyone is, and everyone has a little bit of tip damage and free fire giant, easy peasy. Now my question is Trifecta going to turtle with this fire giant, or are they going to try to push? I believe they can push. And should they push? I'd say yes. Because I actually, maybe they shouldn't. They shouldn't maybe push all the way. They shouldn't go all the way up here. But maybe if they come up to right here, try to make Insignia make another mistake, because it's to the point whoever wins the next team fight probably wins the game. And I think Newell is super important at this stage in the game. But at the same time, Death Panthers apples have been freaking nutty. See if he can get a good will in the defense here. So they're just waiting. all I gotta do. Let's see how good Insignia's base defense is. See if it's as good as Trifecta's. Let's try by Genetics from the pool. Are they gonna go on this wave? Nope. Oh, they baited out Apple. That is huge. They also baited out Terra as well. Wait, is that Terra? Oh, they're using all their alts. Trifecta's winning this. Oh, that's game. That's game. That's game. That's game. There's no way Trifecta's not in here. The big mistake that Insignia made is Trifecta. They respected Insignia. They did not pass this. They did not pass go. They did not collect $300, $200. Sorry. Insignia was like, hey, let's chase. You know, let's blow our, you know, probably second biggest ult on one character that just ate it for breakfast. And then after we do that, let's keep going forward when they have, you know, Chang'e, Erlang ult, Ullr's gonna kill you, Athena taunt, you know, Zatman can just chunk you really hard with his ult. Let's just make sure we chase into that when they also have fire. And they also team fight very predictably, and the game is now over. Trifecta win in game 1 because Insignium just got too impatient, and they lose. At least I hope. Okay, yep, there we go. You can see some of the size and relief of the people on Trifecta. It's good to see that Lazarus talking. I heard of his comments about EU, by the way. Now, based off of what those comments were, I'm guessing they lost the series. Which, they should have lost the series. But, apparently he pretty much pulled a PBM, from what I heard. And that's a noof. Massive oof. But, to sum up game 1, Insignium kind of showing what the difference between SPL and SML is. I definitely think the Insignium boys were better this game, but their impatience proved to be their downfall. Hopefully in game 2 they can clean that up and just be a little more patient.